Hey everyone, what's poppin'? What's tea? It's your girl Niche, and I am here to give my unfiltered opinion about Love and Hip Hop Miami. So let's get into it because they've been doing a lot this season. So we opened the scene with Princess slapping Amara. Now, the reason why Princess slapped Amara was simply because she's upset that Amara went to go meet up with Ray J to discuss an opportunity for his like One Wish movie, and she's upset that Amara didn't tell her prior to meeting up with Ray J. Now, honestly, I can see like that part of it, but I don't think it warrants physical violence. Like, I don't think it's that deep. Like, at least she told you, period, that she met up with, Ray J and what happened. Because, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be meeting up with my friend's boyfriend, husband, ex husband, or anything without prior letting them know, like, hey, by the way, I'm going to go meet up with them. But I also understand Amara's part. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen or what he was on. So, there would have been nothing to tell you like prior to me meeting up with him. It's when I met up with him that I can now be like, oh, okay, like this is what happened. There was some flirting going on. And honestly, Amara, like, she's right. She didn't have to tell Princess anything. She could have kept her mouth shut and just went on along and did whatever she wanted to do. But like, out of respect, she called you. She told you this is what happened. She was honest, by the way, said that, there was some flirting going on. And like, yeah, like she was honest. So I don't understand why Princess is so mad. Like, I understand that Amara is like Princess's really only friend in Miami, for real, for real, for real. But like, I just don't think it was that deep. Like, she was honest with you. She told you what happened. Like, I would have just been like, oh, okay, like, I find it weird that you met up with him without telling me, but like, I appreciate you for being honest and being like, hey, there was some flirting going on. I just want to let you know, but I wouldn't have took it that serious. So, anyways, Princess slaps Amara. Amara like fake tries to fight back. Y'all, we know Amara can't fight. Amara can't fight. Amara, cut it out. You like fake tried to charge at her, and then Estelita, girl, Estelita came out of the wood works, honey, and charged at Princess. Pulled out all her little clip-ins. I said, Estelita, like Zoe Brink said, this is your event. How are you fighting at your event? You don't got investors at this event. Like, is this self-funded? You don't got people that you're trying to, I don't know, connect with, like network with. You just fighting at your event. Like, I understand staying 10 toes for Amara, but like, this is your event. If anything, I would have got in and like broke them up. Like, I think there was a scene where Zoe Brinks was trying to break up Estelita and Princess. That's what I would have done, but not fight. But she did get her two licks and put out all Princess's little clip-ins. Had Bobby and what's her name, Brooke, picking up the clip-ins off the floor to put in her little working bag, child. But yeah, that took me out. I was just like, Princess, really? Where was this smoke when Ray threw you in the pool? Where like Princess is just like a little chihuahua, like sometimes she just be acting up. Like, I don't understand it. But yeah, that opening scene was something. We then see Amara drive to the hospital. Like, I don't know, like, if the nail like slipped or like how it went into her finger or something, but she ends up at the emergency room and meets up with Ray. Now, I've had that happen to me like 7 years ago. Like, I was grabbing something and I hit my nail, like hit it, and my entire nail came off. My entire this pinky nail in particular, my entire pinky nail came off, but it's grown back now. But that joint hurts. But I don't like I said, I don't know like how her nail broke for her to say she wants to go to the emergency room. With mine, it was profusely bleeding. The whole entire nail came off. But I didn't go to the emergency room. Like, but she meets Ray at the emergency room, and she's talking about some. She don't know if she want to smash Ray to get back at Princess, or she don't know if she wants to hit Princess with a lawyer. And then she's like, "Oh, but if I hit Princess, I would be hitting you too because y'all are still married." Um, where did this idea of smashing somebody's man become a way of getting back at them? Like, it's starting with Flo. Flo, I don't know if she's sleeping with Alan. I'm assuming she is. Flo sleeping with Alan to get back at Gael and Amara. Like, you look dusty. Like, you look crusty and dusty, and like, you don't get brownie points for sleeping with another woman's man. Like, that does not make you look good. Like, that, I don't know. I don't feel like that's a way to get back at somebody. Like, if you wanted to get back at her, like there was other ways to do it, but to like do it by sleeping with her man, like I hope Amara wouldn't stoop that low to sleep with Ray J. Because it's like these men at the end of the day, they don't care. They getting what they want. It's like I hate this one, I hate your friend, I hate that one. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that was a really out of place thing to say. If she wants to get back at Princess, call your lawyer, boo. Call your lawyer. Sue her. But yeah, that was just weird to me. And then Ray J had the audacity to say that I think you should probably go with the first one. Ray J is so thirsty. Like I've hated watching him on Love and Hip Hop these past couple of years. It's made me like to not like him because I'm seeing too much of his personal life. Like, first of all, you messy, you doing the Safari thing, like with Amara and Safari. First of all, if you sleep with Amara, Safari is not your friend. First of all, like I even forgot about that portion of it. Then it's like you basically broke up her engagement by trying to say that she be flying to the DR to see Alan. She's still in love with her baby daddy. Now you want to sleep with her? Like I just find that so weird. But anyways, they go to the emergency room and Amara's like, "Yeah, come in so you can pay this hospital bill." Amara, boo, you ain't got insurance. Love and Hip Hop don't give y'all insurance. You ain't got insurance outside of Love and Hip Hop. Y'all, what? You want him to pay your $20 copay, boo? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I'm so confused. But I mean, I guess. So we then move on to Flo. So Flo getting her little babies ready for school. Her and Gael's son are gonna be going to the same school. So I'm like, what? You bought a house? Did Gael move next door? Or like, what's the situation with that? Like, so how they end up going to the same school? She bought a house next door. Okay. Anyways, Gael comes in and she's like, "Oh, Flo, let's just be happy." Like, just all giddy. Like, I don't know. I guess Gael like don't care that Flo slept with. I don't know if she slept with or took Alan. Basically, she said she took Alan. We all know if she slept with him. Yeah, we assuming, or I'm assuming, cause they real cozy. But anyways, Gael is like, "Yeah, I'm not mad at you that you took Alan. I got a new man." As soon as Gael said she had a new man, I already knew who it was. Because it's Gael. It's Gael we're talking about. I already knew who her new man was before they even showed it. But yeah, I mean, the kids are kikiing, getting ready for school, and then Marlon pulls up, and Flo is immediately like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need help with the kids." And Marlon is like, "Oh really? I thought I wasn't allowed back here." She was like, "No, I'm gonna need help with the kids. I'm trying to get back in the studio, I'm trying to make this money." Marlon, can somebody please tell me what Marlon do for a living? Like, what Marlon do for a living besides being Flo's husband? Like, what is your personality besides being Flo's husband? Like, because it's given house husband, I feel like that's why Flo can treat you the way that she does and run you on all this errands, telling you, yeah, you need to stay home and take care of the kids. Like, Marlon, like, what's going on? I know Haitian men to be very hardworking. Like, what's going on with Marlon? He's just giving house husband. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, Flo out here making the money. She just bought this big house. And what you doing? like, like I know at some point, I think maybe he was Flo's manager, right? Or manager or something, assistant. I don't know. But after that, it's like if you're a handyman, you don't got a handyman business. Like you couldn't take a business loan from Flo. She couldn't give you no money to start your own business so you can make your own money. Or are you just comfortable being the house husband that they send on errands? Like I'm confused. But anyways, Marlon basically, I guess, agrees to help Flo take care of the kids so she can get back in the studio. So we move on to see Zoe and Ching Dynasty. Ching, I think it's Ching meeting up at some body positivity event next. I mean, it's cute that they having this little powwow, whatever. Then we move on to Gael meeting up with Fable. Child, I just feel like Gael, who didn't you sleep with? Like at this point, your poom poom just been across America. It's for everybody. It's rated E for everyone. Like you sleeping with Flo's husband, you sleeping with Alan, you sleeping with Flo's girlfriend. Now you want to sleep with Fable. Like I thought Miami had a lot of men going on over there. Like you can't sleep with nobody outside of Love and Hip Hop. Like you can't find the new man. I'm confused, guy. I'm confused. You have a business. Ain't no fine men come up in your business that you could flirt with. Like why you always want to hop around with other people's man? Like it's not cute, girl. It's not cute. Your poo poo got too much mileage. You need to sit down, girl. Then I like the last episode. She gonna ask Alan for a threesome with who? Like, Gael, you're not fired. You just said you have 4 kids. 4 kids. I think she said her son is like the one who was going to school with Lo's son is in like 4th grade. You're like, I'm assuming the other kids are older, but even your 4th grade son could potentially see this or have like, people come into school. Oh yeah, I saw your mom in Love and Hip Hop. She just all over the place. Like, kids are mean. Kids are so mean, and these kids are so advanced. We are in the age of social media. They see everything. So like, girl, have some self respect. Have some decorum. You got kids, 4 of them at that. Like, ugh. But anyways, yeah, she meets up with Fable. They go to this little Jamaican little restaurant or whatever. I guess she tried some of the jerk chicken and then she's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta try Haitian food. I know you'll love it. You'll never want to go back." And I ain't just talking about the food, girl. Gaia, I'm gonna need you to find a hobby, and find a man ASAP. So we then move on to Bobby meeting up with Princess, and Bobby, you picked a side. I'm shook. I'm like, Bobby, you picking sides now? He's trying to say that he's friends with both of them, but then told Princess that he feels like Amara, like she's always in some drama. Even if people are provoking her, she's always like antagonizing them. Honestly, Amara, I feel like people be starting with Amara. I ain't gonna cap to you. I feel like people be starting with Amara and Amara reacts. Like, I don't feel like I've noticed Amara be the one to initiate the drama. It's always like somebody starting something with her. Like, Amara can't fight. Like, with the thing with Flo, where Flo, like, I think threw the drink on her, like, was that really necessary? Like, it's always somebody else that like takes things to the next level. Like, I feel like Amara just be wanting to have a conversation. Let's hash it out. Let's talk. And then they brought up Brooke. Brooke be getting on my damn nerves. I'm sorry. Like, I thought in this new season, like she's changed from when she used to be on Love and Hip Hop. Like, she's grown, she's matured, child. Her and Marcus are in a good like. I just thought she was on some more like mature energy, but Brooke is still very much petty. Like, I really want somebody to smack Brooke because I feel like she needs it. Like, she be throwing stones and hiding her hand. She's been doing that since her beginning days of Love and Hip Hop, and it's because nobody has slapped the shit out of this. Ain't nobody slapped this girl some sense to this girl. Like, you're friends with like most of the parties, right? Friends. But you're sitting over here, ha ha, and King, and Princess was said it. She called it. She was like, "You didn't even flinch when the situation happened. You just sitting there laughing." And Bobby was like, "No, it very much seemed like Brooke was entertained." But that's what Brooke does. That's what Brooke has been doing since the beginning of her days on Love and Hip Hop. So I don't know why anybody's shocked. You're shocked? Brooke be here for the mess. She be sitting here with her popcorn, like really here for what's going on. So I'm really not surprised that she had that reaction. She's nobody's friend, in my opinion. She just be here for the mess. But anyways, Princess basically like recounts her, I guess, play by play of the events that took place. She was like, Amara, she called Amara fake, and then Amara called her fake, and then she thought about it for a second. She just slapped her. And she was like, and I feel good about it. I don't have no regrets. Like, I think that the issue is deeper than Amara. Honestly, I think Princess, you're still like madly in love with Ray J. And the thought of another woman in the picture just like triggered you, and especially that woman being your friend. But again, I don't feel like Amara really did anything wrong apart from like not telling Princess that prior that she was gonna meet up with Ray. But even then, I don't even feel like it's a big deal. Like, she told you what happened. She let you know that there was some flirting. And she was honest about her ish. Like, you didn't have to hear about it from somewhere else. She told you directly. So I just feel like Princess's reaction was just like over the top for no reason. And she needs to seek help because, like, that was so unnecessary. So after that, Zoe and Ching meet up to make content at Sunday's Tricks restaurant. Okay, I mean, I guess this is cute. We get to Amara. Amara in the house, getting an IV drip in her arm, drinking soup. Like, girl, cut it out. Cut the dramatics out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Like, Amara, you're so dramatic over a finger. Over a finger. Like, I will understand it if, like, you know how you hit the nail and maybe the nail, like, dug further into the skin, maybe, and it was like, but I think the entire nail just, like, completely broke. You need an IV. I know it's painful because I've been through it multiple times, girl. You see the material. If I don't get a feel, the nail gonna break. It's gonna hook onto something. It's gonna be a lot. Like, yeah. But IV soup, girl, cut it out. Stop the dramatics. Cut it out. Anyways, Estelita comes over and they basically like hash it out. Amara basically says, "How could you possibly invite Princess? You already knew me and her were not on good terms. Like, why would you do that?" And Estelita's like, "Well, at the end of the day, you the one who sat over here and was kikiing with Shay, and knowing that Shay used my personal trauma against me." So basically, Estelita had a assault case happen to her when she was a minor. Five guys assaulted her, and Shay basically said, "Oh, go suck your daddy's," you know, and basically like using that against her. And now Amara is cool with Shay. Like, but then I also look at it like, girl, Amara and Shay were thick as thieves when Shay, well, not Shay, when Amara used to date Shay's brother. Like, that's a very long-winded friendship. And if I'm not mistaken, Estelita and Amara is a newer friendship. So of course she's gonna be like cool with Shay. And then Amara was like, "Yeah, I'm cool with Shay now, but I would never bring like Shay around you." So how's that gonna work? Let's say you have a birthday party for your daughters. Are you not gonna invite Shay, but then invite Estelita? Like at some point they're gonna have to cross paths. So I mean, but I guess you would never bring Shay around Estelita or whatever. But Estelita's like, at the end of the day, like I still took up for you, and she did. Estelita threw hands. She put out all of Princess's little clip in. She said, "Yeah, this is my real hair, girl." Um, but yeah, she did definitely stick up for Amara, and she's like, I'm not nobody's bodyguard, but I do it for you. Like, I'm not trying to act like I'm the bigger person, I'm the stronger person, but like for you, I stick up for you. So it just really hurt me that you would be cool with somebody who would use something so traumatic and throw that in my face. I get that. I 100% get that, girl. You not wrong. Amara was wrong. Well, Amara was wrong for like doing that, like so socially, like publicly, and not picking up the phone and being like, "Okay, girl, so I met up with Shay and Brooke. This is what happened. Rat-tat-tat, me and Shay quit." Like, just giving you the heads up, like you have to find out on social media, basically. I get that part. So, anyways, Ray J meets up with Princess to discuss the events that happened with Amara. Now that I'm recalling the events, so let me say this. In Caribbean and African culture, dancing with another person's partner is not seen as a big deal. That being said, I still wouldn't do it. Like, because like me and most of my friends were first gen, we wouldn't do that. But like in my mom's gen, they don't care. Like, I just went to my uncle's wedding or a vow renewal last month, right? And people were dancing with him. Some of my aunts were twerking on him, and this is his vow renewal, y'all. Like, but that's our culture. Like, nobody cares. But for Princess and Ray J, they not from that culture. So you can't be doing stuff like that. And even me as a first gen, I wouldn't be dancing with none of my friends' man. Not even a two-step, darling. I wouldn't even two-step with my friend's man. Man, ex-man, husband, ex-husband, none of that. None of that would be happening, right? So I saw, now that I'm recalling the scene, I see how Princess, well, even though she didn't see the scene, is upset because, Amara, you letting Ray J like hold your waist. I wouldn't be dancing bachata with nobody's man. With nobody's man, especially my friends, man, that I know they're having problems, that they're together today, divorcing tomorrow, together today, divorcing tomorrow. Girl, no, you crossed the line. Anyways, y'all, so as I was saying, Ray J and Princess talk, and Ray J discloses to Princess that afterwards he went back to Amara's house. They had some drinks, they were flirty. But then, like, I didn't understand this part, right? He was talking about like her poom poom was in his face. I don't like, what are you trying to say, Ray J? Like, you say it direct so I can understand what you're saying. Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you trying to say that, like, basically he was trying to say if he wanted to, he could have, like, I don't know. Amara, like, sometimes Amara does things that just make me question her and not want to be on her side, because if it comes out later on that she was being that flirty with Ray J to where she had her in his face, you deserve that slap. You deserve that slap. You deserve that slap. Because why would you do that? First of all, if it comes out that you let Ray J come to your house, I'm going to have an attitude. I'm gonna have an attitude. Why was Ray J at your house? I appreciated how when he was getting too touchy, she was like, back up. Mm-mm. But you let Ray J come to your house? Oh no. Oh, absolutely not. Princess, you deserve to slap Amara if it comes out that that's true. Because we don't know. Then we get to Flo Allen, Marlon, that love triangle, whatever. My thing is that I love Derek's energy. I love his energy. I love Angela's energy, and I feel like they make such a like really cute couple just based off of seeing Derek's energy on this show. He seems like very professional, and I just don't understand like why you would bring your BS to his studio. Like I don't know why people do things like this. I get it, we're on Love and Hip Hop, but like I don't know, I just wouldn't mix like business with pleasure. Like Flo, you don't have no friends. Florence, you don't have no friends. You couldn't have brought like Zoe to the studio to support you. You could have even brought Gael. You could have even brought Gael to the studio. But I know y'all not on good terms, but you could have brought Zoe, like you could have brought Shay with you, like, oh yeah, I'm getting back to the studio, like girl, support me. But you went ahead and brought Alan. Then I don't know if they did this for production because you know how this go. Now Marlon pop out of somewhere, the bushes or whatnot, saying, "Yeah, she said she's going to the studio." What you got for the location? How you know she was at this studio? How you know she was at this particular studio? Like again, I feel like this scene is some TV ish. Like Marlon want to fight Alan basically because he thinks Flo is doing it to get back at him. Honestly, like your issue is with Flo. Flo is your wife. Flo is the one who owes you loyalty. Your issue is not with Alan. Alan don't owe you ish. Alan don't owe you Nathaniel. Alan doesn't owe you anything. Y'all are not friends. So like, why are you trying to fight? What you trying to fight Alan for? But again, I feel like that's some TV ish. Like Flo seen who was calling her and told Alan to answer the phone. For what? Your husband is calling you. Maybe something happened with your kids. Answer the phone, girl. Answer the phone. Like that whole scene just irritated me. But yeah, that was the last scene of this episode. It seemed like Marlon wanted to fight Alan. Alan can't fight. Alan, sit your goofy ass down. Like you wasn't. If Marlon would have really put hands on you, my money's on Marlon, y'all. Who is y'all money on? Because I think Marlon will whoop Alan's ass. Like, I don't know, that Caribbean blood, he will whoop the ish out of Alan. Alan can't fight. Please, please, please. My money's on Marlon. I'm 100% with Marlon. But yeah, y'all, that was what happened. I don't know. I'm just kind of like I'm kind of over Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was a time where I completely stopped watching. It was only like I think last season and now this season that I'm really getting into the grooves and waves because I just feel like now everything is about the production. Like I don't really know that any of it is really real anymore. Like it's kind of starting to get on my nerves. But you know, Atlanta is back now too. My next question is, when did they stop doing reunions? I used to live for the reunions, honey child, because this is when everybody done seen what they had been said about them, and now we can't all fight it out. What happened to the reunions? Now it feels like they just like stop and then they come back. Because for Atlanta, I remember when Spice was in London because she interviewed with a few like London radio host girls that I follow. So that was like months ago. That was in like the summertime, I think, that she was in London doing her PR run for, you know, her stuff and everything. But yeah, like I guess, you know, we'll see what happens with Miami. Right now I'm really tuned into Atlanta. I wanted to review Atlanta, but we'll see if I get to it because child, I am so busy nowadays. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about Love and Hip Hop and Miami. Let me know what y'all thought about Love and Hip Hop Miami. Yeah, because the girls they just moving really stupid now. And I think in the preview of the next episode, we saw that like Zoe and her now fiance go to like counseling and therapy. I really like Zoe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really like Zoe. I feel like she has a lot of potential. I am so happy that we have an episode where we're not dealing with Trick, Trina, and Joy. Child, I'm over that entire storyline. Like, I just feel like I want better for Trina. Trina is the baddest chick. Like, You always picking up these no-name riffraff boyfriends, now husbands. Like, girl, what is you doing? Like, I just feel like, Trina, you need to date somebody who's on the same caliber and level as you, who's in the industry. Like, what you mean to tell me none of the men in the industry, no executive producer, something wants to be with you? You always picking up the trash, the riffraff, the men who have no careers. Their whole career is being your significant other. Anyways, child, we gonna see what happens on Love and Hip Hop next week, and I'll be here to talk about it. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and I'll see you next week.